What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the program. It's Trenton Gibson, and I hope you had a happy and healthy new year. And what does the new year bring? It brings college basketball conference play. No more duck and smoke. It's top 25 matchups. We get to see our stars become future NBA stars. And these environments, these home environments, it's so tough to win on the road in conference play. And lucky for you and me, I get to jump into the film and break it down every single day. Now, speaking of the program, 100 subscribers in the last week. I'm very proud. I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate the likes and subscribes on the videos, man. It means a lot. And without further ado, let's get into the film. Okay, I got one for you guys today. Kingston Flemings right here. He plays for the number 8 Houston Cougars. And in one of my prior videos, I said Michael Brown is the number 1 point guard, in my opinion, to be drafted this year. And I have to take it back. I cannot lie. What I saw from Kingston Flemings last night, I'm throwing it out the window. I think Kingston Flemings is the point guard to have in this draft. Now, why do I say that? I say that because of what he did last night, and he is a two-way guy, something that Michael Brown is not. Kingston Flemings last night went off for 19 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and 5 steals. Of course, we know he's playing for Houston, and they recruit off attributes. He's 6'4", got a long wingspan, big hands, and these are things that allow him to be two-way, and that's where the game's going nowadays. You have to be as well-threaded as possible. You have to have so many tools in your tool bag, and you can't just be a scorer. You can't just be a ball handler. You can. Some guys can get away with it, but if you really want to have the most chance of having success in your career, Kingston Flemings, like I said, is the blueprint, and I do think he should be viewed as the best point guard in the nation. Now, why do I think Houston guys get overlooked a little bit is because they play team basketball. Now, you would say, hey, like that doesn't make sense. Basketball's a team game. But if you look at, the glitz and glamour programs like Duke, like North Carolina, they're known for their stars. They're known for really putting their guys on a pedestal. But for Houston, no, their DNA is tough. Their DNA is defense. And if you look at this game right here, it's a prime example. 10 minutes have gone by, and we have 14 points combined on both teams, right? So I'm really excited to get into Kingston. One thing I want to show you, just a little Trent Gibson thing. This Fifth Third Arena right here got renovated about 5 years ago, actually more like 7 years ago, and I played the first game here when it was renovated. My team went up and we played Cincinnati. Had a good game against them as well. But without further ado, I want to get into Kingston. I'm very excited. You know I love good PG play, and we're getting to this first play right here. So this guy's going to clear out. We're just going to have a high pick and roll, so we're playing 2-on-2 basketball. We have in the one-man side over here, the two-man side over here. And I really want to illustrate to you just how good Kingston is, right? Just how special he looks, actually. So we got this high pick and roll, but since he's getting out late, this man sees his pick and roll and says, hey, I need to stop right here and clog up this paint, okay? So Kingston comes downhill, and I'm going to run the finish, right? You see this is a nice finish, high arc on that, but we'll get to that in a second. What really is impressive to me about this finish is that he finishes literally parallel to the lane line. Now, what does that really mean? A lot of guards, when they come downhill, they want to finish in this restricted area. They want to shoot a real layup. But Kingston shoots a layup outside the paint. And why this is so special is once you get to that next level, you're going, I mean, you got guys, Dwight Howard, you got Daniel Gafford, you got real footers coming over here trying to whoop these shots, right? So if you're able to finish outside the paint in a layup fashion, and look how high he gets, it's pretty high, right? Like I said, wingspan for the guys at Houston. Right? But also look at this, look at where the ball touches and how just silky the ball touches and goes in. I love that. It's the first bucket of the game, and it really stood out to me. Okay, so next, coming down and going to something I don't necessarily love. Okay, so we have 23 seconds. Looks like we have a little Iverson coming out here, and we got a ball screen coming. He's going to clear corner. Doesn't really matter because Kingston sees that this guy is shading here. His top foot's up, and he kind of looks towards the ball screen. So what he wants to do is reject. Now, once again, I say it's early in the clock, so we have a reject, and we end up getting to almost a long two, for toes on line 3, but it is a three-point shot. And we get to this shot with 20 seconds left, right? We're down 9. I know it's still early in the game as far as the first half, so it's not crazy important. But just this shot I don't love. And from my experience playing in Europe, I'm in year 3, hear it all the time. Coaches, vets, they say, hey, we know your skill. We know you can do it. We're not saying anything like that. But let's get this shot with 5 seconds and under. Let's get this shot when we need this shot. We need you to create for us, Trent. Now you can shoot this shot instead of, you know what I'm saying, we're shooting this. I mean, we can get this shot at any time. We can get it at 30 seconds. We can get it at 5 seconds. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Once again, if you're a high usage guy, you're going to shoot these type of shots. But, is what it is. Of course, Houston gets the offensive rebound. Okay, next play. And this is something that if you're watching the channel, I'm a PG. I love this. Point guard skies up, gets the rebound, And what does that allow us to do? That allows everybody to say, turn around and run. Why are you turning around when your point guard gets the ball? Because hopefully you have a good point guard. He's looking to pass you the ball. So if you run and get in position, he's going to pass the ball. So what does he do? We're running up the court, right? We're running. We're damn near beating our own guys up the court, okay? So we stop here, and we're already in the scoring area, already inside the three-point line. So pressure is being put on the defense, right? If we're walking it up or we're slowing out here, everybody can set. There's no pressure on the defense. But since we're already here with 25 seconds left, the defense feels like, okay, we need to stop. So what happens is this man's going to come, try to set a screen. Once again, if he sets a screen out here, then Kirk Creaser right here can just go under and there's nothing going on. But instead, since his ball screen is so low, big man defender feels like, hey, I need to have coverage. I need to provide coverage. Once again, if it was out here, he would be yelling at his guard, under, and we avoid all coverage. But now, since the screen's so low, we have coverage and he can just slip out, right? Smart of our offense right here to slip out. And now we get an easy dunk. Everybody's feeling good about themselves. We're running, assist, dunk. Everybody did good space on the floor. Great team possession, all because Flemings got the rebound and pushed it full court. Okay, next example. This is why I love more than anything dribble handoffs, right? So we got Kingston right here, catches the DHO. But what a DHO essentially to me is like a pick and roll, but you don't automatically have to put the ball on the ground. So you're getting a little advantage. The defense is showing you what they're thinking, and you're still in your triple threat, right? So let's say, he goes under this. If he was already in shooting position, he would have an uncontested shot. He could speed off this. He has so much to do. And once again, he can play with pace and feel comfortable, right? There's nobody pressing him. So, okay, he goes under. Now, what does the defense show us? Defense shows us we're going to go high top foot right here, and we're giving you this, right? Now, probably in defender's mind, he's saying, I would like my gap defender to be active and ready. So, you know what I'm saying? We're forcing him here, and it's almost a trap, especially with the sideline. But instead, he's not ready. He reads that he's forcing him this way. So Kingston decides to put the ball on the ground, blow by, and once again, special finishing, right? He picks the ball up right here because he has to avoid this defender and still is able to get a finish to go. Special. Good. Right? Okay. I want to show you this. Now we got Kingston right here. I said two-way. Okay. 5 steals this game, but also a chase down contest without fouling, right? This is something that's hard to do. So instead, we get a contest. So instead of them getting an easy layup, now we're playing 5-on-4. This guy's on the ground. So now we're on offense. We have the advantage. He's calling for the ball. So we run with it. We have it. And now what does he see? He catches the ball. What does he see? So we have an offensive man right here. We have a defender. We have a defender here. And so now we're playing 3-on-2. So all Kingston decides in his mind, all I need to do is drive here, absorb him, and he's going to come right into a wide open shot. That's what happens. He drives, absorbs, kicks, and he's already in his shot, right? His shot is probably 85% done right here with no contest. And for the number 8 team in the country, a guy that can knock down threes right here, this is no contest. I know it looks like you can say, oh, yeah, he was there. No, he wasn't there. Green, right? All because of the attack mode. He's playing fast, and I love to see it. Okay, now we have something right here. It doesn't result in anything, but what I spoke about earlier, when we set these screens right here, the defense will oftentimes go under. But what does the under mean? It automatically triggers for most offenses in today. If we see a guy go under, we want this big man to turn and rescreen. Why? Because of what I said earlier. What I said earlier was that we want our screens to occur in the scoring area. So now that we're in the scoring area a little closer, he has to go over, he has to coverage, right? So he goes over, he comes out in coverage, and we don't get anything, which is fine. We don't get anything, but I like to see, obviously Houston's a good program. They do these things. But just to illustrate to you what exactly happens when teams go under. So now we're going to go through a little bit, and here we go. So now we catch it. We're down 7, a minute left, so we want to make some plays. And so he is going to he's going to reach for this. He's going to gamble. So we read the gamble. Okay, now we have advantage. Now we go to the rim. So he goes all the way to the rim. And once again, special finishing package. Left foot, left hand, high touch. And this is what I'm saying. I love the touch up right here. I love just how soft the ball leaves his hand. That's elite touch. It's coming up. Hey, like I'm saying, and he's guarding as well. I like it. And Houston's not going to recruit someone who's not physically ready as well. So this just shows us that he's physically ready at 19 years old to play against, nowadays people 25 years old playing college. Okay, so here we go. What I say? Guard gets the rebound. Something great is going to happen. I can guarantee it. So he gets the rebound. Everybody's running. Everybody's pushing. So right now we have 4-on-3, right? All because he was able to get it and speed boost out of here. So speed boost, he's playing in traffic, right? And he could have shot this one right here. Might be a good shot, but instead kicks, right? And it's green. But all because he gets the rebound and he's not walking it up. He's not playing side to side, which playing side to side is fine if you want to create an advantage or manipulate the defense. But he's applying a lot of pressure on the defense. Eyes, he's looking to guard him. His eyes on him, and even he has a man right here. He's looking. So as Kingston gets further downhill, it absorbs him, and he's able to play off two and kick the ball, right? Perfect. And this is what I love from my point guard. Another example, look at him. Steal incoming, right? Reads the eyes, steal, come downhill, and now we're running. The dogs are out. Point guard gets steal, dogs out, we're running. And what happens? Go get fouled, right? If nobody stops you in transition, there's nobody stopping him until here. You got to go make a play. I mean, if you're Kingston Flemings, you can make a play, go through the body of the contact, and get you a foul. Perfect. All right, another example. Okay, so we're here. We got a little pick and roll, nothing crazy, little pick and roll. And we missed a shot, okay? Miss a shot, get a rebound, get it back. Okay, so you get it back. I think we're going to go nothing. All right, so now we have an isolation possession with 7 seconds left. We haven't seen him have to isolate very much in this game. Now, that's a great thing. Isolation, we want to isolate. We want to be good isolation players. However, the game is very easy when you're getting your buckets of actual good offense and good movement. Transition, all the easy things. We don't want to have to score 25 points a night in isolation because I will tell you it's impossible. Okay, so here we go. What are we doing in isolation? We got a mismatch, and we can see we run at him, and he starts to retreat. So we pull up for Tracy, right? The defense is going to tell you what to do. If you can shoot the ball, you have to know in your mind that shooting is an option. So we push him all the way back here. He's on his heels, and now we rise up into our shot. Not everybody can do this, but if you can, it's so powerful. Okay, another example. All right, so ball screen's coming, but he's good. He stops his short so he doesn't get an illegal. Kingston pushes, gets nothing out of it. And look, I mean, this is, once again, guys talk about pace. Guys talk about, how to read and how to manipulate ball screens. So we come down, we get here, and let's run it all the way back, just from a whole psychological perspective of what's going on. So what I say about ball screens that occur out here, they oftentimes go under. So what does he do? Ball screen's not even there yet. He's a threat to reject, okay? He's a threat to not even use the ball screen. So he doesn't use the ball screen, but what does this do? It triggers coverage. He's here, and both these guys stop the play. So instead of picking it up, instead of being scared, something like that, he comes, he drives it back, right? Nothing to it. And now we're in ball screen coverage with inside the scoring area, right? So now we're inside the scoring area. We get downhill. And so we're so deep into the paint that he has to come through. This could be a lob. I think Big Man says throw a lob, right? He says throw a lob. But instead, he just passes it, and it's good, right? But all those things, all just little things, reject the ball screen, get in the scoring area, is what allows us to get easy baskets for our teammates or for ourselves. And these are the small things that a lot of people leave out in their game, right? They would just drive down here. They don't have nothing. I'm going to pick it up and pass it. Okay, that's fine. Another teammate can make a play, but if we're wanting to make plays, make name for ourselves, all the good things, you know what I'm saying? We got to make these things happen. Okay, another example. We get it. We drive a closeout, and we miss a shot. P, okay, fine. We get the offensive rebound. Thank God we have good bigs. Shout out to the big men. We love them for working for us. Kick out, contested, shot, green, right? Late contest, shot, green. But the point I'm trying to illustrate on this one is, like I said, you don't want to have to get your buckets in isolation. If you can make these buckets, you will have a good career, and you have the potential to make a good amount of money. That's a good shot. Okay, here we go. Once again, what do we have? Passing lane, another steal, right? He's here. He's all over the place. Steal, we're running. And what do we see? We're coming down court. What do we see? We see 3 guys over here. And this is bad defense, right? These guys are supposed to be in their gaps, okay? But instead they're not. And we can see that they're not in these gaps. So this is wide open space. Once again, I think this is a mismatch as far as foot speed goes. I think this is a mismatch, okay? So we come downhill, and we just blow by. There's no space. He's not body checking this. I think that's the only thing he could possibly do to hold Kingston. So he's not body checking so he can get downhill. And the worst thing that happens is he steps up for help. He's either going to backdoor dunk it or he's wide open for a shot. But instead, I mean, it's a straight line drive. It's very hard to help this. And once again, how do we get to our special finish? Right? We go 1 foot, 1 hand. That's special. That's very special. And it's an elite finishing. Okay. What do you notice right here? I'll let the clip run a little bit. What do you notice right here? They're running a little bit of a zone, right? It looks somewhat 2-3, 3-2. You know, teams are going to throw little junk defenses is what we call it. So what are we getting right here? What's the hole in the zone? A good job right here by Houston. Like I said, well coached. And they're definitely scouted for this. We get this little screen right here. Kingston's going to be able to get downhill. Now, what the real read is what this man's going to do because it's his job to pick him up. So what do we have? We get down here. Now, I would like to kick right here. Maybe he's not a shooter, but this is an open shot. I don't mind the shot, but I would like this little act like you're going to shoot and then kick, and we have this shot or drive, and we're still moving around. But instead, he shoots it, ends up missing it. But it's all good. I loved breaking down Kingston. I hope you can feel the excitement I have for him because I feel like I found the one. I feel like I found maybe, you know, we got Darren Peterson, we got the Bansa, Boozer, all the big names. But I do think from what I'm seeing from him, if he gets in the right opportunity in the NBA, Houston will develop him correctly. But if he can get to the NBA and get to the right spot, I really like his future. I think all the attributes. He looks level-headed on the court, looks like a positive guy on the court. So I love to see him. But I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. You think Houston will go far? Go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.